Top Counterattack. Chapter 1. The protagonist Ling Xi rubbed his head and woke up, and a ringtone-like prompt sound came from his head, "Bind the Great Demon King system, and you will die if you break the contract." Ling Xi blinked and cursed in her heart, "I was dumped by my girlfriend yesterday, and I was smashed into a concussion by a brain-damaged powder with a brick, and now I wake up and am still bound to the system? This life is simply more absurd than a ghost movie." He touched his head and felt that the pain inside was as piercing as the end of the world, but the system voice said coldly, "Goal, to become the top traffic in the entertainment industry, those who do not complete the task will be eliminated directly." Ling Xi took a deep breath, the corners of her mouth raised slightly, "Hehe, I'm not targeting anyone, I just want to ask, is this life a comedy or a disaster?" Outside the window, neon lights flashed, the city was like a huge stage, and Ling Xi's fate was reset at this moment. Chapter 2. Ling Xi walked out of the rental house in sloppy pajamas, and the streets were already lively, with promotional posters of various celebrities overwhelming. System Task 1, participate in The Voice of the World and win the championship. Ling Xi's eyes widened, and his heart was upset. He can only sing 2 songs, and it is also a broken version of the mix. How can he participate in The Voice of the World? The system tone was stern, "No time to complain, the mission has been started." Ling Xi was helpless, sighed, grabbed the guitar, and secretly complained in his heart, "What kind of punishment is this? Worse than being dumped?" But a sentence suddenly flashed through my mind, "Since I am here, I will make the best of it. Since I can't die, I will just fight back." Chapter 3. The lights at the competition scene were dazzling, and the camera swept over hundreds of spectators and countless online live broadcast rooms. The host introduced with a smile, "The next one to play is Ling Xi." The audience burst into faint applause, and the judges in the audience frowned slightly, obviously not optimistic about him. Ling Xi took a deep breath, closed her eyes, stroked her fingers over the guitar strings, and a system prompt flashed in her mind: highest score singing strategy, emotional rendering and stunt performance. He smiled, his fingertips slid over the strings, his voice changed from hoarse to affectionate, and the melody twisted and turned, as if he had poured his 4 years of pain and anger into the song. The scene was silent for 3 seconds, and then explosive applause erupted. The judges were so surprised that they couldn't speak. Ling Xi finished singing in one breath, looked up and smiled, "The traffic you want will belong to me from now on." Chapter 4. On the peak night of the end of the competition, Ling Xi was declared the champion, and the whole network friar, from a small transparent who was dumped to become popular all over the country overnight. In front of the camera, he faced the flash, raised the corners of his mouth slightly, and secretly complained in his heart, "I'm not targeting anyone, I'm just saying, you are all too rubbish." Weibo's hot search was instantly dominated by the screen, and countless black fans began to attack frantically, but Ling Xi just smiled and gestured with his fingers in the air, "Hehe, you can scold me, but I am the top." The system voice rang in my ears, "Goal completion, 30%. The task is still not completed, and the follow-up challenge is about to begin." Ling Xi rolled her eyes and thought to herself, "The entertainment industry turned out to be a bottomless pit. I want to stand at the top and see how you are dying." Chapter 5. The next day, Ling Xi was surrounded by major media, and invitations for filming, interviews, and signing came like a flood. A female reporter asked, "Ling Xi, what do you think is the secret of this success?" Ling Xi smiled faintly, and his tone was cold, "Secret? I just sing my life experience, and others just act." The photographer's flash kept flashing, and there was only one thought in his mind, the top-notch aura, which was really not covered. And the system reminded in my ear, "New task, fan maintenance and business cooperation, blood will be deducted if you fail." Ling Xi rubbed her temples and complained in her heart, "This system is even more difficult than my girlfriend." Chapter 6. The entertainment industry has since become Ling Xi's battlefield, and stars from all walks of life are eyeing it. The ex-girlfriend diva who had been dumped by him appeared in a show, Her eyes were indifferent, and the camera of her looking at Ling Xi flashed by. The fans in the audience shouted, but some brain-dead fans saw Ling Xi's appearance and immediately pulled out their mobile phones and frantically swiped the screen to attack. Ling Xi smiled and took out the counterattack strategy in the system prompt, facial paralysis acting skills and social counterattack and Weibo interaction suppression. He casually posted a Weibo, "I'm not targeting anyone, I'm just saying that everyone here is garbage." In an instant, the whole network Friar fans and Black fans were fighting, the hot search exploded, Ling Xi's road to the top was getting smoother and smoother, but it was more exciting than anyone imagined. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 7. The planner sent by the agency told him, Ling Xi, you are now at the peak of traffic, but to maintain this status, you need to keep creating topics. Ling Xi looked disdainful, but he had a calculation in his heart, use the system's task completion to guide every hype, and by the way, kill Black fans and competitors. He thought of his next goal, the World Singer Championship. Since you want to stand at the top, let everyone see that Ling Xi does not rely on luck, but on strength. The system voice sounded again, goal achievement, 50%, task increase, need to achieve international influence. Ling Xi raised his eyebrows, and a sneer curled up on the corner of his mouth. In the entertainment industry, there will be no rival for Ling Xi from now on. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 8. The stage lights turned on again, and Ling Xi stood on the peak night of the World Singer competition, facing the judges and audiences at home and abroad. System prompt, maximize emotional expression and visual effects and interactive guidance to get the highest score. He took a deep breath, his eyes swept across the audience like sharp blades, and his voice went from low to high-pitched, like an emotional storm sweeping through the hearts of every audience. Every note carries his pain, anger, and determination to counterattack, and the audience is silent, as if time has stopped. In the end, the applause exploded like a wave, the judges couldn't help but give a standing ovation, and Ling Xi under the camera smiled coldly, top stream is not just glory, but survival. Chapter 9. After the game, Ling Xi returned to the dressing room, and her agent was busy arranging follow-up interviews and business endorsements. Ling Xi, you are now a national topic, the number of fans has surged, and overnight, your commercial value has skyrocketed. Ling Xi leaned on the back of the chair, but sneered in his heart, commercial value? For me, it's just a system task. The system prompt sounded, mission progress, 60%. Please note that black powder attacks will increase at any time, and strategic responses are required. Ling Xi raised her eyebrows and smiled slightly, hee, these black fans? It's just a stepping stone for me to grow up. Ling Xi gently clicked on Weibo and posted a copy in an indifferent and domineering tone, you can scold it, but I am the top stream. In an instant, the whole network fried, and netizens began to discuss his singing skills, aura, and counterattack story, and black fans instantly became free publicity. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 10. Ling Xi received the first variety show video arranged by the company, which was an entertainment program that won the national ratings. The stage lights were on, and stars from all walks of life were smiling in front of the camera, but Ling Xi only looked at the camera faintly, with a contemptuous smile on the corner of her mouth. You're not targeting anyone, I'm just saying, everyone here is garbage. This sentence has become a hot search hotspot on the whole network, not only black powder friars, but even other celebrities have begun to guard him behind their backs. The system whispered in my ear, the completion of the strategy has increased, the difficulty of the task has increased, and the top popularity needs to be maintained. Ling Xi secretly calculated in her heart, the rules of the entertainment industry are that the weak eat the strong, and whoever dares to challenge will be crushed. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 11. After the recording, Ling Xi was invited to participate in major brand endorsement activities, and every public appearance caused a sensation. The number of fans soared rapidly, and media interviews, online discussions, and hot search lists flooded in. Ling Xi silently calculated the completion of system tasks in her heart, and found that there was still a part of it that could reach the top task completion standard. He smiled, so many people are circling around me, it's really 10 times more exciting than being dumped 4 years ago. The agent couldn't help but ask, Ling Xi, how do you plan to deal with these black fans and competitors? Ling Xi's eyes were sharp, hee, Black powder? Competitors? It's just a stepping stone, and when I stand at the top, they all have to kneel down to watch me perform. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 12. A week later, World Singer Competition entered the semifinals, and Ling Xi faced major singers at home and abroad. The stage lights lit up, he closed his eyes, and a system prompt flashed in his mind, maximize emotion and interaction appeal and personality label explosion. He took a deep breath, and his singing voice changed from low and hoarse to clear and high-pitched, and the stage effect and the audience's emotions were perfectly integrated. The judges were surprised, the audience screamed, and the live broadcast data of the whole network instantly broke through the historical record. Ling Xi smiled and hooked the corners of his mouth, top stream, not accidental, inevitable. The system prompt sounded, mission progress, 80%, new challenges are coming, and we need to deal with the international market and top business cooperation. Ling Xi's eyes flashed, this is just the beginning, the real peak is still to come. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 13. After the competition, Ling Xi received a special invitation to participate in international music festivals and compete on the same stage with the world's top singers. The system voice reminds, on the international stage, risks and challenges are higher, and black powder attacks and business pressure are rising simultaneously. The corners of Ling Xi's mouth rose slightly, a little transparent, has suddenly become the focus of attention from the whole world. He began to prepare for a new performance, adding stage special effects, music mixes and personal charm displays, striving to dominate the country in one blow. Fans are looking forward to it, the hot searches on the internet are exploding, and Ling Xi is calculating the completion of system tasks while enjoying the thrill brought by this sensation. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 14. At the International Music Festival, the lights flickered, the audience was full, and the number of live broadcast viewers exceeded 100 million worldwide. Ling Xi stood in the center of the stage, her eyes were cold, she took a deep breath, and a system prompt flashed in her mind. Emotional rendering and interactive infection and stage performance are perfectly integrated. He started singing, and the melody swept the audience like a torrent, and his emotions exploded to the extreme, driving every nerve in the audience. The judges were surprised, the audience screamed, the live broadcast barrage was blown up, and the global media rushed to report Ling Xi's peak performance. The system voice sounded again, international task completion, 100%, top-notch achieved. New task, maintain the peak and deal with the undercurrents of the entertainment industry. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 15. After returning to China, Ling Xi faced increasingly fierce challenges within the entertainment industry. The once small fan group has become a crazy black fan, competing stars have frequently targeted him, and there are hidden variables in business cooperation and endorsement contracts. Ling Xi smiled, stood in front of the mirror, and looked at his face, I'm not targeting anyone, I'm just saying, these challenges are too weak. The agent reminded him to be careful, Ling Xi just waved his hand gently, don't worry, I have calculated every counterattack strategy, and anyone in the entertainment industry who dares to provoke me will be crushed. He began to use the data and strategies provided by the system to gradually build an entertainment empire, and the number of fans and the popularity of the topic continued to rise. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 16. Ling Xi met her ex-girlfriend Diva on the show, and she had been in a relationship for 4 years, and now she is standing on the top entertainment industry stage. Her eyes swept over Ling Xi, with a hint of indifference and disdain. Ling Xi smiled slightly, and secretly calculated the strategy in her mind, don't worry. My road to the top has just begun, and she will see how I crush the audience. He posted a recording clip of his new song on Weibo, and the popularity instantly broke the historical record, and the number of fans skyrocketed. When the Queen of Heaven saw this scene, her heart trembled slightly, but the corners of her mouth still remained elegant and indifferent. She knew that Ling Xi was no longer the little boy who was dumped before, but a top traffic that could not be underestimated. Chapter 17. After Ling Xi posted a clip of her new song on Weibo, the hot search exploded on the whole network. Major entertainment bloggers have analyzed his singing skills, stage aura, and commercial value. The system prompt sounded, the task completion rate is 85%, fan maintenance and word-of-mouth management need to be upgraded simultaneously. The corners of Ling Xi's mouth rose slightly, and he replied lightly to the black fan on Weibo, I will accept all your sour. The agent reminded him to be careful, and Ling Xi replied coldly, be careful? Hehe, this is my stage, not their playground. The neon lights flashed at night in the city. Ling Xi stood on the terrace, overlooking the entire entertainment industry, secretly thinking about his next strategy. Chapter 18. The agency arranged for him to participate in a national live broadcast party, against top traffic and idol groups in the circle. Ling Xi stood in the center of the stage, her eyes were like sharp blades, her voice ranged from low to high-pitched, and every note was provocative and domineering. The barrage in the live broadcast room swiped the screen frantically, Ling Xi is too domineering. Black fans kneel down. Facial paralysis can also crush the whole audience. The system whispered in my ear, fan growth and topic popularity has reached its peak, and the task progress is 95%. Ling Xi's mouth curled up with a sneer, and her eyes swept over the audience and the camera, I'm not targeting anyone, I'm just saying, everyone here, the loss is too obvious. Chapter 19. After the live broadcast, Ling Xi received a private message from his ex-girlfriend Queen of Heaven, with a cold tone but a hint of exploration, you have changed. Ling Xi rolled her eyes and thought to herself, she was just curious. He replied, has it changed? Hehe, yes, I am no longer the little transparent who was dumped at the beginning, I am the top class. When the Queen of Heaven saw this news, her face stiffened slightly, and she realized for the first time that Ling Xi was no longer at her control, but controlled the rhythm of the entire entertainment industry. The system prompt sounded, mission completion reaches 100%, rewards unlock, international top bonuses and special resources. Ling Xi's mouth curled up with a sneer, this is the real peak, black fans, opponents, ex-girlfriends, all are just foils. Chapter 20. Ling Xi accepted a global brand endorsement, and the endorsement fee was staggeringly high. He stood in the studio, facing the camera, his eyes were cold and his aura was strong, and the photographer praised him again and again, Ling Xi, this aura is simply the king of the top. System prompt, fan stickiness and topic popularity have been further increased, and maintaining a high exposure rate can increase the success rate of subsequent tasks. Ling Xi secretly calculated in his heart, as long as he maintains this popularity, coupled with strategic social networking and exposure, it will be difficult for any opponent in the entertainment industry to threaten him. He smiled in a low voice in his heart, this is the top life, simple and exciting. Chapter 21. A variety show invited Ling Xi and the Queen of Heaven to share the stage, and the program team arranged multiple rounds of interactive competitions. Ling Xi was calm, facing the Queen of Heaven's provocation, he just smiled lightly, his eyes like cold blades. The audience and netizens instantly fried the pot. Ling Xi's facial paralysis acting skills actually crushed the queen. This wave of operations is amazing. The system reminded in my ear, the difficulty of the task has increased, and international exposure and word-of-mouth maintenance need to be taken into account. Ling Xi smiled slightly, thinking to himself, the entertainment industry is like this, only those who dare to crush can live beautifully. Chapter 22. After the show, Ling Xi received a large number of business cooperation invitations, and the number of fans once again broke through a new high. Black fans began to collectively carry out cyber attacks in an attempt to smear him, but Ling Xi used Weibo to interact with fans and turn all attacks into topic heat. System prompt, task completion remains stable and high, which can trigger additional resources. Ling Xi smiled secretly in her heart, the rules of the game in the entertainment industry are, simply, use your traffic to crush everything, and the rest are bonuses. Chapter 23. Ling Xi began to try to write and compose his own lyrics and released a solo album. As soon as the new song was released, it immediately appeared on the national music charts, and the comment area swiped the screen frantically, and fans were hotly discussing, Ling Xi is not only a top stream, but also a musical talent. The system whispered in my ear, task expansion, international market influence, the upper limit of the number of black fans has been increased. Ling Xi smiled calmly, hehe, are there many black fans? No problem, I just use their attacks to create heat for myself. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 24. Ling Xi participated in an international music festival and shared the stage with the world's top singers. He stood in the center of the stage, his eyes cold, and his singing voice swept through the audience like a torrent, blending emotion and power to the extreme. The audience screamed, the judges were amazed, and the number of viewers in the live broadcast room set a new historical record. The system prompt sounded, 100% completion of international tasks, and the top bonus rewards will be unlocked. Ling Xi smiled, thinking to himself, the entertainment industry is just my stage, and the world will also witness my counterattack. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 25. After returning to China, Ling Xi faced the turbulent undercurrents within the entertainment industry. Major competing stars have designed program traps and malicious hype in an attempt to weaken his influence. Ling Xi calmly used strategy to counterattack, accurately hitting the opponent's weak points with every attack, and the fans and hot search data soared again. The system prompts, the task is more difficult to maintain at the top, and it is necessary to take into account public image and private strategy. Ling Xi smiled in her heart, the rules of the entertainment industry are very simple, if you dare to touch me, I will crush you. Chapter 26. Ling Xi received a notice from the brokerage company that she was going to participate in a national popular variety show competition, and her opponents were all first-line traffic in the circle. He sat in the dressing room, tapping his fingers on the phone screen. Weibo's hot search data continued to soar, and fans swiped the screen to comment, Ling Xi is going to crush the audience again. The system voice sounded, new task, maintain the topic hotness throughout the process, control public opinion orientation, and deduct blood if the mission fails. Ling Xi's mouth curled up with a sneer, hehe, I am the player in this game, that is to say, everyone here is running with me. The makeup artist asked in surprise, Ling Xi, why are you so calm this time? He looked up at himself in the mirror, his eyes were cold. Calm? Hehe, because of the top confidence, I don't need anyone to recognize me. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 27. The lights flashed at the scene of the show, and the host introduced, the next person to appear is the national hot search champion, Ling Xi. The audience was filled with exclamations, but black fans were also secretly waiting to find fault. Ling Xi picked up the microphone and opened his mouth with domineering, hello everyone, I'm not targeting anyone, I'm just saying, here, only the real top can survive. The lighting on the stage matched his singing, creating a strong visual impact, the audience was shocked, and the black fans' attacks were instantly overwhelmed by fans. System prompt, the completion of tasks will rise again, and fan stickiness and topic popularity will continue to explode. Ling Xi laughed secretly in her heart. The rules of the entertainment industry are very simple, anyone who dares to provoke has to kneel down in the end. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 28. After the show, Ling Xi was invited to participate in international brand cooperation, involving multiple multinational projects. He silently studied the details of the contract in the dressing room, thinking about every business strategy in his heart. The system voice is low, new task, international exposure and maximize revenue, need to control fans and media orientation. Ling Xi raised her eyebrows, and a sneer curled up on the corner of her mouth, hehe, international market? No problem, I'm the rule rewriter in this game. The agent reminded him to pay attention to the public relations crisis, but Ling Xi just smiled faintly, crisis? I'm not afraid because I have the dual support of the system and the fans. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 29. Black fans began to rally attacks, creating rumors and a storm of online public opinion. Ling Xi calmly turned on her mobile phone and turned the black fan attack into a hot topic, and Weibo instantly appeared on the global hot search list. The system prompt sounded, the mission progress is 100%, the black powder attack is effectively used, and the loyalty of fans increases. Ling Xi leaned on the back of the chair and smiled slightly, hehe, no matter how crazy the black fans are, they will only help me build momentum. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 30. Ling Xi accepted an invitation to an exclusive interview with her ex-girlfriend, the diva, and the program team deliberately arranged interactions to attract topics. The Queen of Heaven sat opposite, her eyes were cold, and her tone was prickly. How did you become so impossible to live? The corners of Ling Xi's mouth rose slightly, and his tone was calm, hehe, I'm not targeting anyone, I'm just saying, growth is the best revenge. The number of viewers of the live broadcast soared, fans and netizens swiped the screen to discuss, and the popularity exploded instantly. System prompt, the completion of tasks has increased, the head-to-head confrontation with the Queen of Heaven has been successful, and the public image has steadily increased. Ling Xi smiled secretly in her heart, the entertainment industry is like this, whoever dares to challenge me will lose obviously. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 31. Ling Xi began to prepare for a solo concert, which is an important symbol of his top status. The stage design is grand, with lighting, special effects, and music integrated to the extreme, and each song carries his life story and domineering. Fans eagerly anticipated it, the box office sold out instantly, and the number of viewers of the webcast broke records. System prompt sound, the concert is successful, fan stickiness and topic popularity explode again, and the mission bonus is unlocked. Ling Xi stood in the center of the stage, overlooking the audience, and sneered at the corner of his mouth, entertainment industry, my stage from now on. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 32. After the concert, Ling Xi received an international invitation to participate in the Eurovision Song Contest. The system prompts, the difficulty of international tasks has increased, and it is necessary to maintain the top popularity to prevent public relations crises. Ling Xi smiled and thought to himself, international stage? Then let the whole world witness my top-notch domineering. He began planning new performances, adding stage technology, visual effects, and interactive elements to ensure that every second was a shocking performance. Fans and media have reported that Ling Xi has once again become the focus of the whole network, and black fans have no choice but to shut up. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 33. At the Eurovision Song Contest site, Ling Xi stood in the center of the stage, the lights flashed, and the audience was full. He took a deep breath, his voice from low and hoarse to high-pitched and clear, every note carrying strong emotion and domineering. The judges were surprised, the audience screamed, and the barrage in the live broadcast room swiped the screen, Ling Xi is too strong. Facial paralysis can also crush the whole audience. The system prompts, international tasks are completed, top status is globalized, and task completion is 110%. Ling Xi's mouth curled up with a sneer, in the entertainment industry, there will be no opponents from now on, only audiences. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 34. After returning to China, the entertainment industry began to undercurrent, and major celebrities privately joined forces to attack Ling Xi's image. Ling Xi faced it calmly, he used Weibo to interact with fans, turning all attacks into traffic and topics. The system prompt sounded, the task is stable and difficult to maintain at the top, and it is necessary to deal with public relations and business cooperation at the same time. Ling Xi leaned in front of the window, overlooking Chang'an at night, and smiled secretly in his heart, the rules of the entertainment industry are very simple, if you dare to provoke me, you have to lose. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 35. Ling Xi decided to release a new album, adding cross-border collaborations and creative MVS, with the intention of breaking traffic records. As soon as the album was released, it immediately appeared on the national and international charts, and the comment area exploded, and fans swiped the screen frantically. System prompt, task completion reaches its peak, rewards unlock, special top-tier resources and hidden system functions. Ling Xi smiled secretly in her heart, this is the top life, the greater the challenge, the more you gain. Chapter 36. After Ling Xi returned to China, the undercurrent in the entertainment industry became more and more turbulent. His black fans began to organize, and even some media were bribed, starting to spread rumors in an attempt to damage his image. Ling Xi sat in the office, looking at the contracts and data reports on the table, tapping her fingers on the table. The system prompt sounded in my ears, the mission progress is 120%, the black powder attack is upgraded, and strategic countermeasures are required. Ling Xi smiled secretly in her heart, black powder? Media? Humph, these are just stepping stones for my counterattack. He opened Weibo and posted a short article coldly, do you think you can defeat me? Hehe, your efforts will only make me stronger. In an instant, netizens fried the pot, the heat exploded, and the whole network discussed Ling Xi's domineering and counterattack methods. Black fans were so angry that their teeth itched, while fans swiped the screen frantically, forming a huge protective barrier. Ling Xi leaned on the back of the chair, his eyes were cold, the night of Chang'an outside the window was flickering, and he had already planned the next step in his heart, to push the entertainment empire to an unbeatable height. Chapter 37. The agency arranged for him to participate in the top variety show in China, and the program team deliberately created various provocative plots to provoke him to have a head-on conflict with other stars. Ling Xi sat in the dressing room, smiling faintly, and silently calculated the strategy in his mind. Every attack must reveal the opponent's flaws, and every counterattack must make the audience enjoyable. He walked onto the stage, the lights shining on him, his eyes like ice. The host said with a smile, next on the show. National Hot Search Champion, Ling Xi. The stage lighting, music, and special effects matched his appearance, and the audience instantly boiled. The black fan was also waving his mobile phone to shoot in the audience, trying to catch his mistake, but Ling Xi just calmly swept the audience, and the corners of his mouth hooked slightly, hehe, I'm afraid even I don't bother to give you the flaws you want to find. He opened his mouth to sing, every note was domineering, emotional and provocative, the audience's emotions were fully driven, and the judges couldn't help but be amazed. The system prompt sounded, task completion is 135%, PR and popularity are steadily increasing, and the opponent's attack is ineffective. Ling Xi smiled secretly in her heart, in the entertainment industry, from now on, I will be the rule maker. Chapter 38. After the show, Ling Xi received an invitation from his ex-girlfriend Queen to participate in a global live charity gala together. The Queen of Heaven sat opposite, her eyes cold but slightly curious, have you really changed? Ling Xi, do you remember our agreement 4 years ago? Ling Xi raised the corner of his mouth slightly and replied lightly, I remember, I was just a little transparent at that time, but now. I am already the top stream that you can't reach. Under the live broadcast camera, the audience and fans swiped the screen frantically, and the comment area exploded instantly, Ling Xi is domineering. Facial paralysis can also crush the Queen. System prompt, the task completion is 150%, the head-to-head confrontation with the diva is successful, and the topic in the entertainment industry is exploding again. Ling Xi leaned on the back of the chair, her eyes cold, and she smiled secretly in her heart, my former lover can now only watch me grow up off the stage, while I stand at the top, overlooking everyone. Chapter 39. Ling Xi began preparing for a solo music tour, planning to integrate stage technology, interactive special effects and emotional performances to the extreme to create an unprecedented shocking performance in the entertainment industry. He carefully selects the tracks, and each song carries his own story from the trough to the peak, with a sneer and domineering attitude towards black fans, rivals, and ex-girlfriends. At the first stop of the tour, the box office was sold out instantly, the number of live broadcast viewers broke records, the audience screamed and cheered, and fans swiped the screen frantically. The system prompt sounded, the task completion rate is 160%, the top stream is maintained successfully, and fan loyalty has reached an all-time high. Ling Xi stood in the center of the stage, overlooking the audience, and the corners of his mouth hooked slightly, in the entertainment industry, from now on, I am the rule maker, and no one can stop it. underscore 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 un. Chapter 40. During the tour, Ling Xi encountered various competing stars trying to provoke and sabotage, but he resolved it with strategy and calmness every time, turning attacks into topics and traffic. He posted a domineering copy on Weibo, no matter how many black fans there are, they are just stepping stones for my growth. The system prompt sounded, the task completion rate is 170%, the black powder attack is effectively utilized, and the fan activity has reached its peak. Ling Xi smiled slightly, thinking to himself, on the big stage of the entertainment industry, it turns out that I don't need to rely on anyone to crush all my opponents. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 41. During Ling Xi's tour, his ex-girlfriend Diva suddenly released a new album, intending to compete head-on with him. He watched coldly and posted a copy on Weibo, you can work hard, but only I have the final say on the road to the top. The Diva's album sales are certainly good, but Ling Xi's top aura and fan popularity completely suppressed her, and the global hot search was once again dominated by Ling Xi. System prompt, the task completion rate is 180%, the head-to-head confrontation with the ex-girlfriend is completely crushed, and the popularity of fans remains stable. Ling Xi leaned in front of the window, overlooking the night, and smiled secretly in her heart, the rules of the entertainment industry are very simple, those who dare to provoke must kneel. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 42. The tour reached its climax as Ling Xi decided to hold an unprecedented global live performance, combining stage technology, virtual reality, and interactive elements. The audience was full, and the number of online viewers around the world exceeded hundreds of millions, and all fans went crazy. Black fans tried to smear it on the internet, but Ling Xi used fan interaction and systematic strategies to turn the attack into a hot topic. System prompt, the task completion rate is 190%, the top influence has reached its peak, and the international market has been fully expanded. Ling Xi stood in the center of the stage, her eyes cold, looking down at the audience, and laughing secretly in her heart, in the entertainment industry, no one can stop my world from now on. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 43. After the performance, Ling Xi received a prompt from the Great Demon King system, the final mission is about to be unlocked, and the successful person will receive a permanent top status. He smiled slightly, thinking to himself, the black fans, competitors, and ex-girlfriends and divas who have come along the way are all my foils. The system prompt sounded, the final mission, dominate the entertainment industry across the board, maintain fan loyalty to the limit, and maximize the influence of the international market. Ling Xi looked up at the night sky of the city, neon flashing, he knew, the peak was just around the corner. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 44. Ling Xi began to carry out a comprehensive business layout, including endorsements, tours, cross-border cooperation, and social platform operations, each of which accurately calculated the effect and popularity. Black fans' organized attacks still exist, but Ling Xi has completely controlled the orientation of public opinion, and every attack has become a boost to her popularity. System prompt, the final task is completed by 50%, and the layout of the entertainment empire is proceeding smoothly. Ling Xi leaned in front of the office window, overlooking the city, his eyes were cold, and he laughed secretly in his heart, the entertainment industry has become my playground, and the rules are up to me. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 45. Ling Xi and his ex-girlfriend Diva are on the same stage again, this time it is a charity ceremony with a global live broadcast. With unwillingness and challenge in the eyes of the Queen of Heaven, Ling Xi stood calmly in the center of the stage, her eyes sweeping over her like a blade. He opened his mouth to sing, every note was full of emotion, domineering and sneer, the audience instantly boiled, and the number of live viewers exceeded 100 million. System prompt, the final task completion rate is 75%, the head-to-head confrontation with the diva is successful, and the global fan stickiness has reached its peak. Ling Xi's mouth hooked slightly, and he smiled secretly in his heart, my former lover can only watch me dominate the entertainment industry from outside the stage after all. Chapter 46. Ling Xi returned to the recording studio to prepare for the production of his last album. His goal is not just the domestic market, but comprehensive coverage of global influence. The system whispered in my ear, the final mission is extremely difficult, and black powder attacks, opponent provocations and business interference will appear at the same time. Ling Xi stroked the guitar lightly, his eyes cold. This time, I want to sweep away all the challenges. He designs the rhythm, melody and emotional layers of each song, and even uses sound effects and visuals to create an all-round impact. Fans participate in voting and interaction simultaneously through social platforms, and every data is accurately controlled by Ling Xi. His ex-girlfriend Diane Ho also released new works in the media, intending to compete with him head-on, but as soon as Ling Xi's album was released, it immediately topped the global music charts, and the popularity and discussion completely overwhelmed her opponents. The system prompt sounded, the final task completion rate is 90%, and the top position is about to be stabilized. Ling Xi leaned against the window of the recording studio, overlooking the night of the city, and smiled secretly in her heart. In the entertainment industry, there will be no rivals from now on, only surrender. Chapter 47. Ling Xi decided to hold a pinnacle global tour, combining online live streaming and live interaction, which would be the ultimate showcase of his entertainment empire. At the first stop of the tour, the venue was full, and the number of viewers of the global live broadcast exceeded hundreds of millions. System prompt, the final task completion rate is 95%, fan stickiness and topic popularity have reached historical peaks, and global influence has reached its limit. Ling Xi stood in the center of the stage, her eyes were cold, the lighting, sound effects, stage technology and emotional interpretation were perfectly integrated, and the audience's emotions were completely driven. He used his singing, stage charm and domineering aura to completely crush every provocation and attack, and the audience was fascinated, and the barrage of the live broadcast platform was blown up. His ex-girlfriend Tianhu was also at the scene, her eyes were complicated, and for the first time, she really felt Ling Xi's invincibility. Ling Xi smiled slightly, secretly thinking in his heart, this time, I want to completely rule the entertainment industry. Chapter 48. The global tour came to an end, and Ling Xi began to plan the final public relations operation and entertainment empire layout. He arranged a charity concert in positive collaboration with the Queen of Heaven, which not only retained the popularity of the topic, but also elevated the top image to the double peak of morality and art. On the night of the live broadcast, the number of global viewers broke records, the audience applauded thunderously, and fans and the media unanimously praised Ling Xi's professionalism and domineering. System prompt, the final task completion is 100%, the top position is stable, and the layout of the entertainment empire is completed. Ling Xi raised his hands in the center of the stage and sneered, the rules of the entertainment industry are very simple, if you dare to challenge me, you will lose clearly, dare to cooperate with me, and you can achieve the peak together. The Queen of Heaven stood beside her, her eyes were complicated, and she secretly admitted defeat in her heart. She finally understood that her former lover had become an unshakable entertainment emperor. Chapter 49. As the mission is completed, the system issues a final reminder. Congratulations to Ling Xi, the final mission is completed, you have reached permanent top status, and special rewards are unlocked, system hidden functions and global entertainment resource control. The corners of Ling Xi's mouth rose slightly, his eyes showed domineering and smiling, he whispered to himself, it turns out that the challenges along the way are all trials given to me by the system, and now, I am the real controller. He began to use the resources provided by the system to expand his entertainment empire from domestic to global, controlling programs, concerts, brand collaborations, social media, and even influencing some media and public opinion orientation. The black powder still existed, but it could no longer pose a threat to him, and every attack was turned into traffic and topics by Ling Xi. The Queen of Heaven stood silently aside, her top-notch art contrasted sharply with Ling Xi's top-notch domineering, but in the end, she could only admit that he was no match for him. Chapter 50. Ling Xi stood in the center of the stage, the final stop of the global tour, with lights flashing and fireworks rising, and the audience calling out his name like waves. The system prompt sounded, The final task is completed, the world's top identity is confirmed, and the entertainment empire is under control. Ling Xi took a deep breath, his eyes were cold and confident, and his voice spread to the ears of the global audience through the microphone. I'm not targeting anyone, I'm just saying, I will rule this world from now on. Black fans, competitors, media, ex-girlfriend divas, all of them have become his foils, and his top domineering, business empire and global influence have completely established an unmatched position. The night sky is full of fireworks, the neon lights of the city and the stage lights complement each other. Ling Xi's figure overlooks the audience like a king, his entertainment empire has been stable since then, and he has finally become the unchallengeable top king in the world. The system prompt sounded for the last time. Congratulations to Ling Xi, the mission is over. Welcome, the eternal king of the top. The corners of Ling Xi's mouth were slightly hooked, his eyes were as cold as a cold blade, and he whispered to himself, this is my world, and no one can beat it from now on.